So we're at the last day of an amazing conference where we talked about ideas that are not only going to shape but define the digital marketing landscape not only in 2022 but years to come. It's a pleasure to share this stage with amazing speakers that came before me or are going to come after me. My name is Tawab Safi. I'm CEO and founder at Insulu, and today I'm going to be talking about customer reviews, how stars and ratings matter for your business. Before I get into the topic for today, I'm going to be giving you a brief introduction of who I am, introducing growth hacking, a concept that is very close to me and Insulu. I'm going to be introducing to you guys to our company Insulu, the experimentation process that we take at Insulu, and then we're going to be diving into the growth funnel, or as you might know it, the pirate funnel, which is used to optimize the customer journey. I'm going to be using the pirate funnel or the growth funnel to basically prove to you why reviews matter for your business or how reviews matter for your business. Before I get into that, I'll be giving you a brief overview of what reviews are and the history of it. Then I'm going to be diving the different stages of the pirate funnel and showing you how reviews matter at each of these stages. The stages that I'm going to be exploring today are awareness, acquisition, action, and referral. Last but not least, I'm going to be leaving you guys with a few tips on how you can use reviews to grow your business and get more reviews. So, as Didi very well said in the honorary session during the first day, you need to really understand the speaker before you can get interested in the topic that is being presented. I am someone who has, since childhood, been passionate in technology and businesses. Technology for the mere fact of how it connects us and makes our life easier. Being from Afghanistan, technology gave me the opportunity to connect to the rest of the world. It gave me access to information that was distant to my community. Gave me the opportunity to learn things that were prohibited in my community. And as an entrepreneur like all of you guys, I love bringing like-minded people together to work on exciting projects and make a difference. When I was in high school, I co-founded Afghanistan's first online shopping store, which was covered by international media like Voice of America and Al Jazeera. I experienced online shopping, which is a common concept here. I experienced it for the first time when I was in my teens, and I visited Pakistan and had a cash-on-delivery experience. It was an amazing experience, and I wanted to share that with the Afghan community back home. So I went out to start Afghanistan's first online shopping store. I think that one of the objectives of life is basically understanding the world around us and identifying how we can contribute to it or play a role in it. I'm always passionate about using statistical learning or creating statistical models to understand the world around us and predict on what is about to happen, because I feel that it allows us to live more of a proactive life than a reactive life. Because if we know what is yet to come, and if we know the current state of the world, then we can better prepare ourselves for what is yet to come. And with the advancement in technology, what we have found out is that machine learning and artificial neural networks, deep learning, has allowed us to create these complex models, create these complex statistical models that basically allow us to not only understand the world today and the changes in the world today, but also predict them. For the past few years, I've been working as a growth engineer in the Bay Area for various tech startups, honing on my skills of digital marketing. I'm someone who has been passionate in all these different three areas that did not make sense to me in the beginning. But I've been passionate in data analysis to basically understand the world around me and predict it, application and software development technology to basically make lives easier, and digital marketing so that we can get great ideas to amazing people at the right time in the right place, so it can really create value for the people and the audience. Working as a growth hacker, I realized that this combination that did not make sense in the beginning was starting to make sense. Growth hacking was the path. That was my passion. One of the reasons that I realized startups were failing was not because they don't have amazing products, but because they did not have good marketing, or they did not know how to reach the right person at the right time in order to create value for them. A reason that we know that with the advancement in technology, new marketing channels are coming out every day, which is increasing the rate at which they saturate. And the human attention span is reducing every day. As some claim, it is less than that of a goldfish. Understanding both of these things, we know that if budding startups want to survive, they have to run high-frequency experiments in order to identify what would be the best marketing channels to scale their initiative, what would be the best marketing strategies to scale their initiatives. Understanding this, I left out to start Insulu with the objective of making data-driven marketing accessible for budding startups and helping them connect with a larger audience. Do you guys know what is the richest place in the world? There might be guesses, but the richest place in the world is basically the graveyard. And I'm gonna, let you think over that. Because there lies basically ideas that were never acted upon. There lies books that were never written. There lies plays that were never played out that could have really made a difference. And at Insulu, we believe that those ideas, if they were acted on, the world could be way better. And believe in basically giving recognition to these ideas and putting them out there. We are a full-service digital marketing agency that not only allows startups to basically run experiments, but also get ready to the phase where they can start running these experiments. A bit about our experimentation process. First of all, a bit about our target audience. We basically specialize in working with SaaS and e-commerce startups that are early stage, so Series A, seed. The process that we basically utilize at Insulu to run these experiments is inspired by thought leaders like Sean Ellis and Professor Stephen Tomsky. Before I get into the process, we first of all start off with identifying the only metric that matters, or the North Star, the metric that the company is trying to optimize in order to grow, get to the next round of funding, or whatever it is. We start with research, which is understanding the competitors, understanding the target audience. It is getting all the data that is required to start the ideation process, to start ideating experiments or hypotheses that can be tested to figure out the best strategy to scale your business, grow your marketing initiatives. After we have ideated multiple experiments, we meet with the client to prioritize the experiments that needs to be run given their time and financial resources. We get to the implementation stage, running these experiments. After the experiments are run, we take all data, analyze it, and basically reflect and report back on it. Did the experiment work? Did we get the result that was expected? Sometimes we might realize that the hypothesis we were making was not correct. In that case, we go back to step 2 and start ideating again. In other case scenarios, what ends up happening is we might find out that the test worked, but did not act up to the mark, and it can be further optimized. So we move it into the phase of optimization. There can be multiple rounds of optimization, depending on until we hit that mark. Once it's optimized and ready to scale, we create that final report and send it to our client. Now, the growth funnel, or the pirate funnel, as you guys might know it, is basically used to optimize the customer journey. There are 6 phases to the growth funnel. It starts with awareness, goes all the way to acquisition, activation, retention, revenue, and referral. The objective of the growth funnel is to reduce the opt-out rate at each of these phases, or basically retain as much customers as possible at each of these phases. Awareness is basically when the customer first comes to know about your company. Acquisition is when you start sharing information about your product and company with the customer. Activation is them making that first purchase, them coming in and placing that first order. Retention is you making them realize that aha moment. How do you make them realize that aha moment so they keep coming back for more? Revenue is now you optimizing your revenue model for average value order. And then that can be through different pricing strategies or upselling or different things like that. And then referral at the end of the day, getting them to say good things about you and share your product with other people that can really benefit from it, and it can produce values in their lives. Before I get into how reviews basically impact all of the different stages of the growth funnel, I am going to be basically going over, let's talk about a brief history of review and how it started off. Before the advent of internet, most of the time how reviews worked, or if you wanted to find out about how good your product was, you would go find your friend or someone who had used it before and ask them. Way biased approach, but that's how the world was. Companies at that time did use testimonials and reviews for marketing, but it was mostly printing them on brochures, TV ads, and things like that. 1999 comes around, review channels review platforms like Rate It All, they just starts to pop up. eBay is now allowing people to basically put reviews for their products. And now we are here today where there are review platforms that are specific to different things that you need. If you're looking for a good hotel, you might be looking at Yelp. If you're looking for a good SaaS platform, you might be looking at G2. And if you're looking for good services, you might be looking at Clutch or Upcity. So specific platforms, review platforms specific to services. Now you must be wondering how review basically help your business or why it's important. What I'm basically going to be arguing is that it is important for you. The growth funnel basically helps us optimize the customer journey. And reviews help us optimize different stages of the growth funnel, which in turn help us optimize the customer journey. And optimizing the customer journey, providing a good experience to your customer is synonymous to growth for your business. Starting off with the outreach stage, that's where the customer first come to know about your product. So yeah, that's when the customer first comes to know about your product. How does reviews help in this phase? At this stage, basically, there are multiple ways that reviews can help. The first thing is SEO. It helps you rank better. It helps you rank higher. According to 91% of the marketers, reviews help impact your local ranking. As we can see, according to a statistics released in 2022, 50 reviews basically impact 15% of your SEO ranking. Of all that, we know that there are other things in SEO like on-page optimization, off-page optimization, but that's a big number, and we should be caring about it. Not only that, but now with the appearance of Clutch, Upcity, all these different platforms, Yelp, we have another platform where we can raise awareness about our product, about our service, about our company by basically listing ourselves there. So it's, so it helps you raise awareness from there. And then another important thing is, if you don't have the budget to run SEO for your company and target these high keywords, then you might want to list yourself in these review websites that have all these extensive SEO teams which are already targeting these keywords. Like this search result, best marketing agencies in Las Vegas. Clutch was the first to show up. If you're not able to rank for the best marketing agencies in Las Vegas, then maybe you want to list yourself in Clutch and try to rank high up there, because when Clutch ranks for it, you might be able to generate traffic from there and hence raise awareness for your business. And last but not least, people use filters. And if you have more reviews, if you have a lot of reviews, then these filters can basically, you're going to show up higher in these search results. Moving forward, the next phase is basically acquisition. Acquisition is a phase where you start sharing information about your product, about your company with the client. And this is like you having the first point of contact with the client. Now you're ideating on what information you should be sharing with your client. What are the content that you should be putting out there? And reviews can play a key role on that because it gives you information about how people are already using your product. It gives you information about the real-life suitability of the product, which you can share those reviews directly with the client to build that credibility. Or you can, based on that feedback that you're getting or the reviews that you're getting, you can ideate on what content your client requires to understand the true value of your product. Another thing that happens is reviews are widely used on landing pages and landing pages for lead generation or conversion. You can use them to encourage people to take a certain action, whether they're signing up for a webinar or downloading an ebook. They have proved to work many times. Last but not least, reviews act as a social proof. We like validation. We feel that if someone else likes something, then we are also going to like it. So tell them that other people like those ebooks that you're sharing for lead generation or other things that you're sharing to establish a point of contact with your client so you can further share information about your company or product with that customer. And if you have some bad reviews, don't swear about it. Actually, it might help you because 95% of the people believe that if you have all good reviews and there are no bad reviews, then they'll think you're fake. And I was curious about, okay, so what would be that ratio that you would need in order to prove yourself that you're kind of human? Because getting bad reviews also shows that you're human. You make mistakes and you learn from it. And you're taking that feedback and internalizing it. So what is that ratio that you need? We found out based on research that the ratio is 40 to 1. What that means is if you have 40 good reviews and 1 bad reviews, instead of hurting your business, it might actually be helping your business. It would make you feel more human towards the client, and they would be able to connect more with you. Moving on to the action phase. This is like where the real action happens, right? Them making the first purchase. This is where the money comes in. In the action phase, reviews impact the customer journey and its length. How does it impact the customer journey? If the customer is already considering the product but is unsure, then the review might be the last push that they need to make that purchase. But if you have a lot of bad reviews, then the customer journey ends prematurely and they might leave. Now you might be thinking, okay, if I have bad reviews, then, and if I don't have bad reviews, what if I don't have any reviews at all? That gray area in between, what happens then? Then it should not be impacting my business. But actually it does. 92% of the consumers would hesitate to place an order if you have no reviews. So it's not going to be helping you but hurting you. The customers would be hesitant to make a purchase. So please go out and get reviews for your business. And then last stat, wait, before I'm going to back that up. Yeah, another stat to basically encourage guys to get more reviews is 93% of the consumers would read reviews before they make their first purchase. And I understand that it depends on the order value that you have and the sales cycle. But if you have a high average value order, then you should be getting those reviews because people are going to be doing their homework before they place that first order with you. I skipped the retention and the revenue phase. In terms of the retention phase, reviews help in some form if you are getting, before I'm going to be talking about referral, I'm going to talk a bit about retention. So in terms of the retention phase, reviews can help you if you're getting feedback or if you're getting reviews from the people that made the first purchase. Because now you're seeing how that first experience was. You're getting feedback on how that first experience was, and it would help you create retention strategies that can basically improve retention and help you grow your business. In terms of revenue, there isn't much of a role for reviews, but coming to referral. This is the phase where the customer has basically realized your aha moment. They are ready to share or talk good about your business and invite people that might be interested in the value that you're providing. So in terms of referrals, one of the interesting thing and the first stat that I'm going to be sharing is basically 5 to 10% of customers would leave review if you ask them. What does that mean? If you ask 100 people, if you don't ask them, if 5 or 10 of them are going to leave review just like that. But if you ask them, it turns out that 73% of them leaves review, which is such a big difference. So the fact you're going to get 61% more reviews, or the likelihood of you getting reviews is going to increase by 61% if you just ask. So we should be asking our customers to share their reviews and share their feedback with us in the referral phase. It helps people, if it helps their friends, it helps their colleagues know about the company and know your opinions about the company. Now coming to the last phase, which is how can you be using these reviews to grow your business? I have a few growth hacks for you or tips on how you can be getting reviews or using reviews for your business. So the first tip is on how you can be getting more reviews for your business. And it's about incentivizing people to give you reviews, giving them coupons, giving them discounts in order to give you reviews. Because 73% of consumers say that they would be encouraged to give review if they got something in return. And what they're getting in return doesn't necessarily have to be a coupon or a discount that is specifically to them. UpCity recently ran a campaign which was very interesting. What they did is for every review that you left, they donated $5 to a well-known NGO. That was amazing because it was making people feel part of a cause and encouraging them to leave a review in order to make a difference, even if it's a small one. The second hack is basically please respond to your reviews, whether they're good or bad, especially the bad ones. because not only does it give you the opportunity to present your case, not only does it give you the opportunity to fix what might have gone wrong, but 30% of the consumers say that if the problem that they had pointed out was fixed, then they would change their review. And understanding the fact that 80% of consumers basically read business reviews, we should be responding to them. Consumers want to know what the culture of the business is before they start working with them. And your response to review is a great way to understand how you communicate with your clients. What is your value system? And this gives them an opportunity to basically understand or feel how it's going to be working with you before they even jump into it. So please respond to reviews. And yeah, I went too fast over all of that, to be honest. So I'm done for today, and thank you so much, guys. Any questions?
Hi, I'm Amanda. I'm here with She Can, but back home in Buffalo, I own a brick and mortar dog grooming salon. So reviews are like big for us. They drive us, all of our appointments. They go on our Facebook page. We have 5 stars. We're a great salon. But there's been like 2 incidents where we had not a 5-star review. One being, it was with a customer, with someone who never actually stepped foot in our salon, but was upset that they couldn't get in touch with me, the owner, who was not there. They wanted to view the salon. At the time it was COVID, we weren't allowing anyone to just come in and walk around. So she left a really nasty review, and I hated to see that. We're 5-star, like what are you talking about? Luckily that was on Google, and we were able to, the Google guy is not here. We were able to talk to Google and say, hey, they actually never experienced our services. This is an unfair review. And they were able to take it down. But are there any cases where we're able to take down reviews? I know people are able to change reviews. We had another time where someone wasn't happy with a haircut. She left a bad review. I responded, said, please let me fix this, and she changed her rating to a 5-star. But is there something we can do on the other end? Let's say if someone leaves an unfair or untrue review.
A very good question. And
just not on Google. What if it was on Yelp or other avenues? What could we do?
Yeah, that's a very good question. And actually, I was talking to Yana today, and what he was talking about is that he got a lot of bad reviews, which was from a scam in China, or a lot of people coming in and leaving a lot of bad reviews on his platform in Google. He reached out to Google first and tried to ask them to see that trend that was there. So many people coming in and just spamming their reviews, it was very obvious that they were getting those bad reviews. Google didn't seem to recognize that or act on that until he reached out to an influencer an influencer that was basically playing a role in reviews or validated local reviews. And that person helped reach out to Google and get rid of those. So maybe reaching out to an influencer like that who is connected to that platform might be helpful to encourage that platform to get rid of that review or take it more seriously. Any other questions? My pleasure. So that would be it. Thank you so much, guys.